This is a 1080p IP camera. It's made by a company called Anker. It's pan and tilt, and it's also a smart camera. Now, they contacted me a couple of weeks ago and asked me if I would be interested in looking at this camera, and when I said what were they looking for, they said that they wanted me to demonstrate how to connect this camera up and also show some of the functions that the camera is capable of using the app. This is how the camera arrives. And as you can see inside the box, as well as the camera, we've got a USB to micro USB cable, a flat Ethernet cable. I do like flat cables. There's a mounting bracket with the fixtures and fittings, a power supply, and I do believe that Anker provide the right power supply for the area that the unit is bought from, and a quick start guide. So let's have a closer look at the camera. At the top there we've got a light sensor. There's obviously the lens. And then all around there we've got infrared lights. Now, you can't see them with the camera, but I actually can see them if I tilt the camera a certain way in the light of the window. There's a built-in microphone and a built-in speaker. And if we look at the back, you can see we've got a micro USB socket for the charger, a micro SD card slot. It doesn't come with a micro SD card, you've got to buy your own. A reset button and an Ethernet socket. And on the base of the camera there is a 1/4" socket for a tripod mount. So let's look at the installation. The first thing it says to do is to download the My Anker app from either the App Store or Google Play. So I'm going to switch the camera on, and you'll notice I've just switched it on now that there is no indication to tell you that the camera is actually turned on, and you've got to wait for what they call in the instructions the water drop noise. Now, it takes about 1 minute and 30 seconds for my camera to start up, so I won't show you all that time, but I'll let you listen to the water drop noise. That's how you know that it's on and ready to go. And that is a water drop noise. So I need the App Store. There it is, we'll get that and we'll open that. So I'll sign in, hit the plus sign, select the device type, scan the QR code. Now it's saying to enter the device password, and that is admin. Go to Wi-Fi, click next because we know that it's online, press the reset button. See if we hear the voice hint.
Waiting for receiving the wireless config information.
Right, so we've heard the voice prompt, we'll click on that.
Connecting to the router. Please wait for a moment. Connecting to the server. Config successfully.
So that's very good, it's actually connected, no problem at all. It's asking me to enter a new password for the camera, so I'll do that now. Device nickname, I'm just going to call it Anker. Now it's saying select the time zone. I'm just hitting apply because there was no drop down target there. It's saying that there is a new version of the camera firmware. Would I like to upgrade? So I'll click on yes. Upgrade successful. Please restart the device to make it effective. Okay. That's it, just come on. So you have to be patient with it. It takes at least a minute for it to boot up. So let's see. Yep, that's us online. So there we go. It's connected and you get a lovely view of my shorts. So I'm going to fit a micro SD card, and I would suggest you fit a class 10 or better. Slots in there and clicks into place. Remember, this comes with an Ethernet cable. If you actually want to connect it an easy way, then you should certainly consider using this process, because I would imagine it would be very easy. It's actually connected directly to the router when you do this, so it should work first time without any problems. The camera is designed to connect to Alexa, and you can view it on an Echo Show or Echo Spot. Unfortunately, I don't have either of those devices, but I will show you how to connect it to Amazon Alexa. If you actually click on the app and open it up, top left hand corner there's a little menu, skills and games, click on there, and then if you click on the little magnifying glass in the top corner and type in Anker, click on that, and there you have the Anker camera. So you can actually click on that again and enable to use. You have to enter your username and password, and you can see that the camera has been successfully linked. So that is very, very easy. So that's me opened up the app. You can see the camera there. I'll click on that. It goes to full screen mode, and you can actually put it into landscape mode as well, which is a very nice feature. I do have a slight issue, and that is that I can't set the time zone correctly because it's British summertime, and that option is not available when you try and select the time for the app and the camera. So basically every time I start it up I get this error. If I go into the settings menu, which is the top right hand corner, it flicks back over into portrait mode, and as you can see we've got date and time at the top there. The time is actually showing 15:19, and obviously UK time at the moment is 16:19, so I can change that time. That just means that when British summertime is finished I'll have to put it back, but that's not an issue, so it's quite easy to do that, and we'll save it. If we go back in the app you can see that there is a facility there to check to see if there's a system upgrade, so it's just been updated and it's telling me that it's the latest version. You can restart the camera if you want, and I would suggest that you do that fairly regularly, maybe once a week, just in case things get hung up in there. It does help to do that. Or you can restore it to factory settings, but if you restore it to factory settings you'll lose all your passwords and everything. You'll have to set all that up again. You can change the device password and notifications and record. Now, notifications, this is a smart camera. So what you can do is set up motion detection and enable the alarm. And I've already done this, but you can change the times when it's actually active. So you can have motion detection active between 0 and 2400, which is basically 24 hours a day. Or you could maybe say that during the night you don't want disturbing, so you can set it between 0800 and 2200, and it won't activate between 2200 and 0800. So we'll save that. So if you look at next in notifications, we've got record. If we select that, there are several options. You can actually record continuously on the camera. The information that comes with the camera says that you can record continuously on a 64GB micro SD card for 7 days, which is quite phenomenal really. So you've got the option there. If you click on continuous recording, if you enable that, it will record continuously, and you can also set up a schedule. So if I click on that, you can actually set the recording schedule. So you might only want to record, during the morning or whatever. You can actually do that. That's quite easy. So in normal mode, a 64GB memory card is expected to record for 8 days. Now we've also got superior recording mode, which says that a 64GB memory card is expected to record for 20 days. Or you've got the advanced recording mode, which says it will record for 31 days. Now that is not continuous recording. That's kind of an average number of motion detects a day and how long it will last. You can actually set the camera up to track, but I'm going to put smart tracking on, and I'll save that. To scroll the camera, you can use your touch screen, and we'll bring it all the way around. And that's it looking at me now. So what I'm going to do is move around the room, and the camera will track me. Now that works reasonably well. That means if you've got an intruder in the house, the camera will follow them around and record them. So I've turned off the tracking now. I just want to show you that as well as it giving you a notification, it does give you an audible alarm. So I've just put my hand in front of that camera, and you can see it sends a notification and gives you an audible alarm. So if you're out and about and you've got your phone in your pocket, it will alert you to the fact that something is moving around in front of the camera. So on the top right hand side of the screen there, you can see we've got the settings icon, and then next to that there is like a calendar with a watch face on it. That's how you access the video that it's recorded. So if you click on that, it opens up another page, and as you can see you can actually select video or snapshots, or select both, but I'll stick with video because it's not recording any snapshots. And I've just got to select what I want to play back and hit the play button. So if the camera's detected movement, then you can play back what it's seen. Now this was when I actually moved it back up to the window after I'd demonstrated the tracking. You can put that in landscape mode as well, which makes life a lot better for checking what's going on, and that image is very clear. So as you can see, it actually works very, very well when it comes to motion detect. At the bottom of the live view screen, we've got the facility to record video, take a snapshot. You can turn on the volume so you can hear what the camera's hearing. So I've turned my volume up, we should hear it now. That works very well. And if you click on the microphone, you get a press to speak target on the screen. If you put your finger down on that, hello, hello. Keep your finger on it and speak, and then let go. So So we do have feedback there because I've got two cameras right opposite each other, but it works very well. There is also the facility on the app to adjust the image parameters, so you can change brightness, contrast and saturation. You can set it to swap over from day mode to night mode, as in the IR lights. When it swaps over from night to day mode, it will send you a notification to say it's detected movement. Now, all these security cameras do that for some reason, and I do think that the manufacturers should stop it from doing that. So, as you can see from the video, setting it up was not particularly easy. It wasn't difficult either, and I am almost 100% certain that if I did it via the Ethernet route, it would be very, very simple to do. The camera itself was a lovely little camera. The audio works well, you can speak through the microphone, you can hear what the camera's hearing. The app, I think, is very good as well. It's quite simple to use, it's intuitive, and there are a lot of features on there. So yes, I think it's a good product. I really like the camera, especially the image. It's probably the best 1080p image that I've seen on any of these type of cameras. So it's a very good image. I think it's a nice little product. Anyway, I hope you found this useful, and thank you for watching.